business journalist for several years now. I was the editor of a magazine called Inc. India, which is the Indian edition of the American magazine Inc. on entrepreneurship. In the US, there are really three big magazines, Fortune, Forbes, and Inc., which cover entrepreneurship. By Fortune and Forbes cover the larger companies and the MNCs. Inc. covers much more of the entrepreneurial-led startups, product and technology startups. So I edited the Indian edition for 4 years. I continue to write a column for the newspaper Mint. It's called Surviving Startups. Again, it's around entrepreneurship. And just meeting, I've had the privilege to meet most of India's leading entrepreneurs, especially the younger entrepreneurs and the first generation entrepreneurs. And that led me to think about writing a book on the subject of entrepreneurship and wealth. What happens when first generation entrepreneurs become wealthy. It's an experience very, very different from somebody from a large industrialist family who's inherited wealth in the third or the fourth generation. So that's the book that came out. It's called The Wealth Wallas, and it came out last year, around October last year, so it's been 10 or 11 months. And I believe that I've been given an award specifically for that. So that's one thing, entrepreneurship and writing, that has been a big part of my professional journey. The other thing that I've been very interested in, and now the last 2 years do more and more of, is I'm very interested in professional women's issues. How do you create awareness, public policy? Well, not just women empowerment, but actually like do things on the ground, right? Like lots of things I've done. So I co-founded an organization called the Foundation for Working Women, and that really works in trying to include the concept of working women. Too much of our policy around women is about women as victims, to how to save women from harassment. All of that is really important, but I think one of the things that we're not focusing enough of is how to make sure that you give bright, talented women the opportunity to be very significant contributors to nation building, to the nation's goal, to economic production, right? So it's not just about looking at women as victims, but looking at women as assets, and that's really one of the things that I've been doing. That interest took me to something called the Vedika Scholars Program for Women. It's a women's only management program, and I helped set that up. And I led careers there. And more, thanks to that experience, the 2 years working in higher education has been very gratifying. I think much more than even writing. You see young, I'm used to this environment because, I've been around young management graduates over the last 2 years, and you see that because of the interventions you suggest, or the speakers you get, or the courses you suggest, people's lives transform and change. So now I've sort of commit myself to working much more and more in higher education. So that's really been my journey around entrepreneurship, writing, professional women's issues, and higher education. If there were 3 or 4 buckets that I can sort of talk about.
Seems like you're committed to so many things.
I'm actually feeling empowered listening.
I'm glad. Thank you.
It was very inspiring, ma'am.
Really?
Since you were committed to so many things.
Yes. No, some people say, do you have ADHD? Like,
You know
you have an
what?
attention problem.
You know what? Because I can relate to it.
Hmm.
I got married very young. 21 I got married. Had my first child, and Sandeep was already into manufacturing. And then he could see that I'm very restless and I needed to do because of
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I'm
So then we started, we said we have to think of a different idea. We have to, So then this concept of making heated garments, I'm talking, 20 years down the lane. So when we actually started making this heated garment, it was such a big success because we are sending it to Canada in warehouse. And at the moment we have a warehouse and distribution center there. But it was a big success. It was, people were like, there were so many orders and we just could not make it because the manpower here was not really trained. It's a very specific kind of a thing. So, we could feed them with the balak cover, with the gloves and everything, but when it came to the heated jackets, so we were like from 100 in a month, but we were very sure about the quality we wanted. We were specific, it has to go through that, 3 steps of checks and then go. We don't want to be sued in America. So, yeah. So, I totally agree with her. You need this kind of motivation. And when you know it's inside you, I think once there's knowing, then there's no stopping you.
That's what the interaction is all about.
Yes. I think that knowing is very important, and this platform that women are getting now,
Yes.
it's that this is for them. we have been, I guess, at the background for so
Too
long.
long, too long.
This is the right time. This is the right time. Excel in that. You know, you can't. I mean, be it anything. I think when we were growing up, there were so limited professions. Now, when I say that the world is open for you, it's actually open for you, but you have to be very, very good at it, and you have to be globally sound. You can't be in India, and you know, so you have to be global, well versed. I think at our times they used to say you can't be a jack of all. I don't agree with it now.
Absolutely. And somebody like
You
me,
have to
people
be-
think that
yes.
do I have an attention deficit problem? But it's not true. And actually, things connect. And so I think that's a really
Yes.
important point. Which is that you have to be globally sound. You have to be able to be comfortable working with somebody. You know, you're getting a
With
anybody
different
come
cultures.
in Delhi. Yeah, I'm from Bihar. If I go back home, I have to be comfortable with working with, meeting, interacting with people there. And if I go for meeting to Israel, which I just gone last month.
Right.
I should be, so the confidence in yourself. And one of the other things for women, I have to say, you shouldn't be afraid to say you're ambitious, that you want to create,
Oh,
like
yes.
you want to leave your own legacy, right? Not
Yes.
just your father's legacy or husband's legacy. That you want to leave your mark, and it's important for some of us to say that.
Any suggestion? I mean, for us as a first year student, would you like to give some success tips for us?
First biggest success tip I give all students, because I'm so used to, is please read. Please read. There is so much
Read
access.
books, novels.
Read books, read the newspaper, forget
Anything
books,
and
read
everything.
newspaper. Make sure that 1 hour every day you're reading something from outside your study material, right? Of course, study, but read something. How much the world is changing, it's not about knowledge anymore, it's about really understanding your context.
true.
And that context can only come from how much you read. And I mean, I don't
It's
think we are.
really difficult.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys.
I have a 10-year-old boy also.
I have a
He is trying-
21-year-old boy, and
Wow.
he just refuses to read. And
Read.
the 11-year-old one, he still reads. But I think it's so infectious, you know. And me and
it
Sandeep, we
teaches
can't
so
sleep
much.
without reading.
Sometimes it gets boring to read rather than we should feel like watching.
Because you're all used to YouTube
No.
and everything.
I guess it's just a habit for me, you know. You have to, what reading gives you, you know. I think when you are watching, your mind is dead, you're just watching. But when you're
That's
reading,
true. You engage.
you're engaged. You know, your mind is working. Your mind is grasping so much, so much. Your mind and your subconscious mind. So it's really, really important.
So that's my one tip, and one more that again I tell young people I need. And it's not about just naukri karo ya nakhra karo. You know, when you're working, don't whine about work. Enjoy. You know, hard work is also
Enjoy
a
it.
privilege, right? It's a
Enjoy
gift.
your work.
Yeah, enjoy. No, work hard. Like this is the time when you're 20s and you're 30s. You must work hard. You must have sincerity to your work. Without that, success doesn't come to anybody naturally. Even 7 years back, I was not working for 4 years because I had my son. I didn't think that in 7 years all of this will happen to me. All of the work that I've done in the last 7 years. But I worked really hard, and
Yes.
that's just no other way. It's not just some born intelligence, right? That doesn't.
No,
It
you
helps.
have to work hard. There's no easy way around. You have to work hard.
Thanks for this compliment. I mean, thanks for this inspiring story to us. And last question I would like to ask: how has been your experience in India?
I was really surprised at how nice the campus is. I had never come before, so it's very modern and nice, and lots of buzzing students. So it's good.
Yeah, good management future students here.
You can recruit.
All right, thank you.
Thank
you.
All the best to you both.